Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Again, this is my birthday week and this is the next video that I have lined up. Like I said, I'm looking back at videos from when I started listening to metal, the bands that got me into metal and formed my taste in metal music. As I mentioned in the previous video, back in the early 1991, I used to get up for school every morning, and my brother, who was a couple of years, about 4 years older than me, he used to record a show called Headbangers Ball off MTV back when they used to play music. And so every morning he'd put this video on before we went to school, and we'd just watch heavy metal music videos for like an hour or so before we went to school. And that's sort of what formed my taste in heavy metal. So this week I'm going to be looking back at all of the videos, or not all of the videos, from a lot of the videos from back then that inspired my taste in music. Now earlier I did Megadeth, Symphony of Destruction, my gateway band, the band that got me into metal, and one of their most iconic songs with what I consider to be one of the most iconic riffs in metal. But now we're going to be moving on to Paradise Lost. Now this is a band, again, I have loved for a very, very long time. I really enjoyed their music for the longest time. In fact, Paradise Lost was the very first live gig that I went to. It's the very first gig I went to in 1998, I think it was, in the Shepherd's Bush Empire in London, just when they released the 1 Second album. And it was a very, very good concert. First concert I ever went to. Brilliant. But today we're going to be looking at As I Die. Again, I can't remember if this is strictly the first video of theirs that I saw. It was a toss-up between As I Die and Pity the Sadness. And I can't remember which one it was, but this is one of them, again, one of their most iconic tracks. And, I've always loved the video. And, I've always loved the band. I've been a huge fan of them ever since I first heard them back in the early 90s on Headbangers Ball. Now, like I said, all the videos we're looking at this week are from early 90s, like 91, 92, 93. I don't think I look at anything past 1993. But, because of that, a lot of the videos are going to be rather low quality. We're looking at maybe 480 resolution at best, so the quality of the videos isn't going to be that good, but it's the music that we're more interested in. So anyway, we're going to jump into this track, As I Die by Paradise Lost. Let's have a look. another absolutely classic track. You know, Paradise Lost, in around this era again, you know, the Icon Shades of God era, they were unstoppable. You know, they were absolutely amazing. You know, in fact, I think Shades of God and Icon and Draconian Times, especially Draconian Times, that's my favourite Paradise Lost album. But, you know, those three albums were just absolutely amazing. You know, you look at tracks like Widow off Icon, that is an amazing piece of music. The video to it is very good as well. I almost used that one instead of As I Die as well. But, you know, As I Die, like I said, is possibly one of their most iconic tracks. And, like I said, Paradise Lost, first gig I went to, and it was actually used in it was used on a DVD, and I can't remember the name of the DVD now. I think it was Evolver, possibly. I can't remember. But it was used on the DVD. The actual gig that I went to was on that DVD. And they played As I Die at that concert. And As I Die was, at the time, my older brother's absolute favourite song. And when they played it at the live show on the DVD, I can actually hear specifically him cheering in the crowd because he cheered so damn loud when they played it. It was quite funny. Yeah, you know, like I said, first ever live show I saw, absolutely loved this band. You know, this is one of those bands. Paradise Lost is one of those bands, they've got a very specific tone to their guitar, and you know, the style that they play their music, it's very specific that you can tell immediately who it is. I mean, obviously they went a little bit, shall we say, squiffy, you know, at one point, you know, when they did like Host and Believe in Nothing, you know, they sort of went a little bit softer at that point. But, you know, they've sort of ramped back up to this style of music again. And again, you know, a lot of bands from this time, you know, they had that sort of period where they sort of went to a really strange, you know, Metallica did it, Megadeth did it, Paradise Lost did it. I don't think Slayer did it, but then all of their music sounds the same to me anyway. Don't come at me, I just do not like Slayer. I find them boring. But, you know, it's just a great band. You know, this is an iconic video as well. It's another one of those videos. As soon as you hear those first opening chords, those acoustic chords, and that face on the video, you know, the black and white video with the woman, you know immediately what it is. Now, the lyrics of this, I've never been too sure about the meaning behind. So obviously it opens with, you know, the whispered line, "As I die." Then it goes, "Stare as eyes uphold me and wait to see right through, and curse me, the love has crippled you. Shadows haunt the night, burning my disguise. Reaping through the truth, life becomes untrue. Sin, the last diversion, my fate will be untouched. Dismiss now the anger of a fool. Shadows haunt the night, forgive me as I die. Taking a chance and take what you gain. My soul, it has no price. Total release is out of harm's way until I can decide. You punish me. Can't you see I'm not real? Tears are flowing free, passing by as I die." So, you know, I've never managed to actually decipher any meaning behind the lyrics. I'm sure there is one, but I've never managed to figure one out. But, you know, it's actually only a short amount of lyrics, but, you know, it fits perfectly, you know, into the piece of music, and it just sounds great. It's just one of those iconic pieces of music from the early 90s metal scene. You know, a fantastic piece of music. I absolutely love it. Yeah. And no matter how many times I hear it, I always enjoy it. You know, it's one of those songs that never gets old, and it always brings a smile to my face when I hear it, because obviously there's a lot of memory and nostalgia connected to it as well. But yeah, what more can I say? An absolutely fantastic piece of music. So yeah, we're going to be carrying on with these videos for the rest of the week. Like I said, we're hopefully going to be getting 14 videos. copyrights permitting, because like I say, these are quite old videos from like the early 90s. I don't know what the copyright restrictions on these videos will be, because, you know, chances are they've been uploaded and haven't been touched for like years, so I don't know how many of these will actually go through, but hopefully it'll be all 14 of them. So yeah, stay tuned for more this week. But yeah, can't really say much more on that, so I'm going to leave that as it is. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like, maybe even subscribe if you're not subscribed already, because that would help me considerably. And yeah, thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.